I do projects in all sorts of ways I can. It doesn't really make much difference. I don't really much work with traditional art galleries, but I don't mind who I work with. It's about trying to make the work of art happen and trying to survive and exist as an artist. So I started my career in 1982 at Art Space Bristol, which was a big studio that set up, big Greek studio that set up, and one of the first that set up in this country after London. And then it had about 120 people, and eventually it sort of broke itself down into individual studios. It had a sculpture shed and a big print workshop. I was there for 10 years and did a lot of work, and through that period I did almost all the jobs that you could do. I was a company director, I was a chair, membership secretary. Most of them we did together basically, treasurer, waiting list, anything, and also an artist. And also one of the things that I liked very much was international exchange coordinate, which we initiated there. And ever since, I have been very keen on international exchanges and residencies, and some of them will come up on this talk. So really, I'm just going to show you, I'm not going to start right back from 1982, I'm going to start actually from 93, which kind of brings you somewhat into how I kind of work now. So yeah, this is some current work, and it kind of shows my attitude a bit at the moment. I feel like slightly like an alien creature. I did call it alien species because one part of me tends to think that artists are regarded as alien species in this country, which is mostly by art administrators. But anyway, so that's just my hello. Now, throughout the years, I've done a lot of work in cathedrals. Mostly because they're kind of there and I like them very much, and once I figured out that you could work in a cathedral, then it became part of my process. What happened is that this is Bristol Cathedral. This is the first work. I was resident there for 3 months, and how it came about was I applied to Durham Cathedral, the well-known, very prestigious artist resident, which of course I didn't get. But I was standing like a little miracle. I was standing in front of Bristol Cathedral, and I thought, here's a cathedral here. I'll just pop in and ask them. So, and they sort of said, oh, yeah, we're happy to have artists sketching in the cathedral. And I was like, well, actually, I had a bigger project in mind, and I kind of wanted to make work all around the cathedral. And they said, well, much to my surprise, they said, yeah, we're happy for you to come and do a project here. Only you're not allowed to do any damage to the fabric of the building. So I managed to get sponsored by Velcro. So a lot of this stuff, this is about 3 meters high, and then I did, most of my work was painted on canvas. And it's about patterns and ritual patterns, and it's very particular to Bristol Cathedral. And you'll see as it goes on that a lot of the stuff is along the same theme. So next cathedral, this is Winchester Cathedral. This piece is 15 metres long. Winchester Cathedral. This, way back in the 90s, cathedrals, they're not like they are now. Now it's very normal for artists to do big projects in cathedrals. Then there were very few cathedrals that really had opened their doors to artists and let you kind of go right in and make a big statement like that. But Winchester, along with Durham, was one of the first ones that had a programme. So I contacted them after doing Bristol, and actually I had done another one with Winchester before this. And this is very particularly about the floor there, which is on caustic tiles. And part of the way that I work is to just find anything that exists already as a means of helping to fund or create the artwork. Because otherwise, if you're making big works of art, it could be extremely expensive. So of course the cathedral exists as your building, they will do the publicity for you. Now all the materials there are actually paid for. I went on an artist access to art colleges course, so they actually paid for all the materials and gave me a little bit of extra money to spend. So it was covered by that experience. And this is probably the first time I really started using glass, and it was a mix of glass and ceramics on a painted canvas carpet. Again, using all the patterns came out of the cathedral, and so it's very, very particular to